Andarki namaskaramulu. Today, 15th of July, 2023, Saturday, is another good day for all of us, that we are going to have a lecture from P.S. Murthy garu. It is on astrology and relevance in Vaastu. So he has taken a few lectures connecting other sciences with astrology. But today is the relevance to Vaastu is going to talk. First we will have Vande Mataram. Then we'll do Prarthana. After that, I will introduce him to all of you. In fact, he is known to all of us, but nevertheless, I will do. So now, Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Sujalam Sufalam Malayajasitalam Sasya Syamalam Mataram Vande Mataram Subrajosna Pulakitayamini Kusumita Krumadhala Sobini Suhasini Sumadhura Bhashini Sukhadam Varadam Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram. Now let us request A.H.P. Rao garu to chant Prarthana, please.
Harihi Om. Ekam Nivisham Jhanam. Trivaram Omkaram. Om. 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 Gananam tva ganapatigum huvamahe kabin kabina upavasravastramam jyeshtarajam brahmanan brahmanaspada anasrunvan notebhissedasadanam Om Mahaganadhipataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinamavatriyavatu Om Mahasaraswatye Namaha Harihi Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mruchorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti 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 Matrudevo Bhava Pitrudevo Bhava Acharya Devo Bhava Atithi Devo Bhava Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha हरिः ओम् सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः सर्वेभ्यः स्वागतं व्याहरामि धन्यवादः
ధన్యవాదములండి. Now I'll introduce the speaker to all of you. It is my privilege to introduce V.S. Murthy garu. He served in government of Andhra Pradesh Secretariat as Joint Director in Information Technology and Communication Departments from 2005 to 2012 till his retirement. Government extended his services after superannuation for another 4 years till 2016. Earlier, he served in Central Government Secretariat Ministerial Services. There is Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India in different positions. In various official capacities, he visited many countries like Dubai, Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Nepal, Japan, USA, UK, almost all over the world, and almost all the states in India for bringing investments in IT sector and presence of IT companies to promote Andhra Pradesh as the most preferred IT destination. Today, our state is advanced in IT industry. The contribution of V.S. Murthy garu is significant. In addition to the much recognized acclaim through number of letters, awards, certificates of appreciation from the government, foreign countries, industry associations, award oblique merit certificates received from the then Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh for outstanding services in 2010 stands as a testimony to his dedicated work. He is MCom, MBA, PG Diploma in Computer Applications, gold medalist in Astrology, Jyotisha Visharada, and silver medalist in palmistry. On panel, guest speaker, faculty to AP Productivity Council, AP HRD Institute, Deal Training Solutions, the Trainers Camp, and the Helpage India, the faculty for Indian Council of Astrological Sciences, ICAS. Having served the central and state governments in various capacities for 42 years, he has well acquaintance in administrative rules, regulations, procedures, processes, establishments, personnel and HR matters of Government of India and state governments of like PSUs, IT industry, promotion, e-governance, IT knowledge, skill development, and digital and social media. So it is a high profile speaker we have today, and we are very lucky to have him here. He has spared his time at a very short notice. Thank you, sir, for sparing your time and coming to deliver a lecture to all of us. I request you to take over and then conduct the webinar, please.
Sarvebhyo Mahodaya Namo Namaha. Good evening to all of our friends. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Colonel Garu. Thank you very much for your elaborate introduction about me. I am highly grateful to you. I am indebted to get associated with Veda Samskruti Samiti. Maybe it is my Purvajanma Krutam Punyam. With the blessings of Mahodaya Dr. Prabhakar Rao Garu, President VSS, yourself, Vijay Lakshmi Garu, CSR Prabhu Garu, and Chichbab Garu, and all our friends. It is my good fortune to be present here today and share my knowledge, whatever little I am aware of, to this august form through this webinar. And the webinars of VSS are very much acclaimed by everybody. And wherever I put in my friends group about these webinars, there is a lot of response, and they have been watching very closely, and they are appreciating the initiatives of the VSS in a great way. Really, I'm telling it is from my heart. I mean, VSS will go a long way in further augmenting the Veda Samskruti and inculcate a good behavioral pattern among the citizens of the society. So, sir, now today my webinar topic is on Vaastu. And I selected this topic because I'm doing astrology. Astrology is one Vedanga, and Vaastu is also part of Vedas. So I am trying to hope I put the screen. I'm trying to share. I think it has appeared. So I would just first start with the prayer from my side. Prabhakar Rao's prayer has already been done for the Veda Samskruti Samiti and our all initiatives. God is there to protect all of us. And for this presentation, Saraswati Namastubhyam Varde Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavati Me Sada Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmala Spatika Kritim Adharam Sarvabhutanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe Sadasiva Samarambham Sankaracharya Mathyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I bow to all my gurus who have made me to at least reach this extent in my life cycle. So, sir, now my subject today is on the Jyotish and its relevance in Vaastu. How Jyotish can be related to Vaastu. I know for the CCSD level 2 students, there are elaborate classes on Vaastu. I think 4 or 5 classes were given to Dr. Leela Prasad Garu. ఆయన నిష్ణాతులు వాస్తులో కానీ జ్యోతిషంలో కానీ ఆయన మించిన వారు మన ట్విన్ సిటీస్లో లేరు. నేను ఏమాత్రం సరితూగాను వారికి ఉన్న లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ నాలెడ్జ్లో కానీ వారికి ఉన్న ఇంట్యూషన్ పవర్స్లో కానీ, బట్ స్టిల్ హ్యావింగ్ స్టడీడ్ సమ్ బిట్ ఆఫ్ astrology, some bit of Vaastu and some sort of palmistry to certain extent, I thought let me relate the similar subjects and throw a light on how they can be fusioned and brought together on common one platform. So that is my initiative today. Kindly appreciate me. I may be talking which I don't know to certain extent, but still I will try to restrain myself to the extent I know. And please excuse me and pardon me if there are any gaps in my webinar. So, sir, as usual, this is Lord Ganesha and Veda Vyasa. Veda Vyasa, through Shruti, he got the knowledge, Vedic knowledge, and he is telling Lord Vigneshwara to put down on Talapatra Grandha, pen and paper, and then to memorize it. That is Murthy. And then this table I have taken from one of the webinars, maybe 6-7 months back in our VSS. I think some Benares Hindu University professor put this scripture, put this table on elucidating all our scriptures. Maybe some scriptures might not be mentioned here. I pardon for that. Visalash Madam Garu is here, so she knows she is an authenticity on this subject. And even if I miss, kindly excuse me. Broadly, I have taken these categories, and of course, there are so many things to be added to that, but this is a broad classification. So, Shruti, Smriti, what we have discussed, all Vedas the 4 Vedas comes under Shruti, that is Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, and Atharvana Veda. And then after that, the Upanishads come. Vedantas are under Upanishads. Upanishads are under Vedanta. All these things we know as VSS students. So I need not much dwell upon or deliberate on upon this. And Smriti is the knowledge which has come down from the rishis and science, and then some things have been documented. They are in the form of Dharma Shastras. I've taken 4 only. There are so many. Manu Smriti, Yagnavalkya Smriti, Prashna, Parasara Smriti, and Narada Smriti. And then Puranas, there are Astadhyash Puranas. I have mentioned only some of them. Bhagavatam, Shiva Mahapuranam, Vishnu Puranam, Matsya Puranam, Garuda Puranam, something like that. And then Darshanas, there are 6 Darshanas. Prabhu sir elaborately discussing on Darshanas, Mimamsa, Vedanta, Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaiseshika, etc. And then there are 6 Vedangas. They are Siksha, Kalpaka, Kalpa, Nirukta, Jyotisha, then Chandasa and Vyakaranam. There are Upavedas are there. The Upavedas are Ayurveda, that is about medical, and Dhanurveda, that is about bows and arrows, and then armory. And then Ardhashastra, that is about economics and all. Then we have Gandharva Veda, and then Stapatya Veda, that is Vaastu. So Stapatya Veda is under Upavedas, under Smriti, and then the under Vedangas, our Jyotisha falls down. Jyotisha has again 6 branches: Siddhanta, Samhita, Hora, Ganita, Shekuna, Prasna. Siddhanta means astronomy, dealing with about latitudes, longitudes, planets, and their motions and all those. Samhita is mundane astrology. This is about world affairs. Hora is about human astrology, how the planetary motion, planets influence a particular human behavior or human characteristic, or his past or present life events, and all those things. Then Ganita Shastra in Jyotisha is that part of mathematical calculations involved with astronomy and astrology. And then Sekuna, the Sekuna Shastra is by, like in Telugu we have a Pilli Eduru Chindra antamu. So like that, not only Pilli, so there are a lot of Sekunas are there. How those Sekunas are to be read, and how those Sekunas influence our daily day-to-day life. And then Prasna Shastra is again an intuitive based the Shastra, and Prasna Shastra also give us some sort of predictions and all. And then these are the Jyotisha parts. So we know that Jyotisha is from Vedanga. On the other hand, Vaastu is a Upaveda, right? So now how this universe has come, Vaastu is related to Vast. How this universe is related to Vaastu. So this sloka is there. Everybody knows us. Those are all students of VSS knows about this sloka. So how the universe has evolved. Akashat sambhutaha, tadasmanam akashat sambhutaha, akashat vayuhu, vayu agnihi. So then from Agni is Vayu, and from Prithvi, and Prithvi is Aushadha, from Aushadha is Annat, from Annat Purusha. Purusha means that is not male or female, the Jiva Prani, the Jiva Koti, Prana Koti. So how Purusha has evolved, and then how this has happened. So this is how is told is from Om all this has happened. Om is the eternal sound. From there, the Brahman, truth has come, knowledge and infinite, and then from then self-spirit, and from spirit it is the Akash that was born, and from Akash it is air, from air fire, from fire water, water to earth, and from earth to plants and herbs, and from plants and herbs food, and finally from food man has come. So man, this human being, is made of the existence essential substance of Pancha Mahabhutas. So this is how Yat Prinde Tat Brahmande, that is why we call. So then this is just I put, this slide may be relevant or may not be relevant, because senses are superior to body, and body, body is made of Panchabhutas, but to body, senses, indriyas are superior. And for senses, the superior is manaha, your mind. So from manaha, the buddhi is superior, intellect, and atma is superior to intellect. So Atmananda is Brahmananda, it is a blissful state. So now this is what Etpinde Tat Brahmande, I have told 5 basic elements we have in the human body, what we have outside. This is explained in Lalita Sahasranamam through the Muladhara Chakra, Swadhisthana Chakra, Manipura Chakra, Anahita Chakra, Vishuddhi Chakra, Anjana Chakra, Agna Chakra, and Sahasrara Chakra. And from Muladhara Chakra, you find the Prithvi or earth, and in Swadhisthana Chakra, you find Jal, water, and in Manipura Chakra, Agni and fire, and in Anahata Chakra, Vayu and air, in Visiddhi Chakra, Akash. Of course, I have read in some Upanishad, I don't know, I don't remember. Please correct me, Prabhu sir or Visalakshmi madam, that when we are at 9 months old in the womb of the mother, then the Paramatma enters our body through Sahasrara Chakra. Sahasrara Chakra is at Murdhnena. So from there, the that is why Sahasrara Chakra is left without any element. So Sahasrara Chakra, through Sahasrara Chakra, Paramatma or Jivatma enters into the body. So Vedangas of Veda Purusha, that is what we said. Vedanga we said, how it is Vedanga, Jyotisha. So Chanda is feet, and Hasta, hands are the Kalpa, and then Jyotisha or the eyes, and the Nirukta or ears, Siksha, nose, and Vyakarana is mouth. So these are the various bodies of the Veda Purusha, and from the Mukha of Veda Purusha, that is from the eyes, Jyotisha as the subject of Jyotisha has come. So what is astrology or what is Jyotisha? Astrology is a Greek word called aster. Aster is nothing but a star, and astrology is basing on logic or reason. So it is called astrology. Astrology, as I told, it was divided into 6 parts basically, but these 3 parts are very important. They are called as Skandatraya. Skandatraya means trunk of a tree. So they are for in one tree. So Siddhanta relates to astronomy, deals with planetary motion. Why I am telling about astrology is how do we correlate Vaastu with astrology? So we should know some basics of astrology. So that is why I am trying to maybe in my webinar, maybe this portion is repetitive one, because I am trying to link and correlate. So I need to bring the other side of the story also onto the platform. So that is why I am talking about the astrology Siddhanta. Siddhanta deals with planetary motion and astronomical aspects. The Surya, Romaka, Paulisha, Vaisheshika, Pitama Siddhantas are there. Astrology uses data provided by astronomers to prepare astrological tables like Panchanga, Tithi, Vara, Nakshatra, Yoga, Karanam, which it contains, and then ephemeris, latitudes, longitudes, birth time, time rectification, and all those things, etc. They are prepared basing on the Siddhanta. Hora is derived from Ahorat, day and night. Hora means 1 hour. Deals with activity of human beings in relation to heavenly bodies, planets, by casting their chart called horoscope. Horoscope is prepared basing on place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. The past, present events can be predicted through this table. Samhita is concerned with planetary motions and their influence on mundane and meteorological affairs, weather, storms, earthquakes, political changes, rains, and then wars, etc. So this deals with the worldly affairs. So we have three branches, as I said. One is related to astronomy. The second one is related to human. Third one is about the nation or earth. So then what is astrology? Astrology is part of celestial science dealing with signs, rasis, planetary and their stellar influences. So in astrology, we have three characteristics mainly. That is the sign, 12 signs are there, and or rasis it is called, and there are 7, including Rahu, Ketu, 9 planets, and then stellars, 27 nakshatras, how they influence and affect our health, body constitution, functions and habits of life. So how does this affect? Configuration of planets in sky in certain angular positions emanate certain forces of magnetic gravitational forces resulting in energies. What type of energy? Solar or cosmic energy, spiritual or physical energy. Same energies. Now we will go to Vaastu also. We will have this classification. We will see what are those energies, how do they affect the Vaastu vis-a-vis the astrology. The planetary positions at the birth time indicate the nature and diseases that can occur. So that also, this is talks about the medical astrology. And then, as I was telling, these are the stars, signs, and planets. First layer is fixed objects, that is 27 stars. And second level or second layer is fixed objects. Again, the 12 signs, they are fixed. You know, everybody knows there are 12 signs or 12 rasis: Mesha, Vrishabha, Midhuna, Karkataka, Simha, Kanya, Tula, Vrishtika, Dhanu, Makara, Kumbha, and Meenam. So these are the 12 rasis. And then third layer, we have the moving objects. These are the 9 planets: Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu. So wherever their movement happens, basing on their movement, the day-to-day events or one's birth chart is predicted. So this is a normal birth chart depicting all 27 nakshatras and the characteristics or significations of planets as well as Rasi. Some planets or some signs are watery signs, some signs are mobile signs, some signs are fixed signs. Basing on their characteristics, their results or significations differs. So this is only as an example I put. This is a chart. This is Kalapurusha's chart. The first chart, the first Rasi in Kalapurusha is Mesham. Mesham starts from east side. So this is how it is depicted. So, and then we will come to the sides and directions and all. So what are the planets' characteristics? So there is a sloka. Suryam Sauryancha Induhu Ucha Padavim Sanmangalam Mangalaha Subuddhincha Buddha Gurucha Gurutam Sukraha Sukham Sham Senihi Rahu Bahubalam Karotu Satatam Ketu Kulasya Unnatim. So these are the main results given by or strengths given by each planet. So the sun gives the gallantry, valorness, fame, name, all those things. Moon gives you the high position. Mars makes you well-being. Mars gives you well-being. Mercury gives us the intellect or buddhi. Jupiter graces the power to help others, Purva Karma, Kriya Shakti, and all those things. And then Venus gives us the comforts, Sukha, vehicles, house, transport, whatnot. Saturn gives us the capacity to handle tough situations. It is not that if Saturn is not good in somebody's horoscope, he is doomed. No. Saturn gives us the strength to withstand the trauma. Come back, look back, move forward. So that is the strength which Saturn gives us. So Rahu gives the other side extreme. Rahu is famous for Durasha. On the other hand, Ketu is for Nirasha. So this Asha, Durasha, Nirasha. So Ketu also gives the lineage, that is progress of the family tree. So these attributes we will see how they affect the Vaastu. And then again, this is one more explanation. In the planetary kingdom, so who is who and what is what? Sunday is ruled by Sun, is the king, and he is a sattvic personality, and He represents the soul. Monday ruled by moon. She is a feminine queen and sattvic in nature and rules the mind. And Tuesday is Mars. He is Tamasic. He is the army chief, controls the army. He represents the power, valor, strength. And then Mercury is for Wednesday. He gives us the buddhi, as I told you, intellect. He's a Rajasic. He is prince. Mercury is prince. And he is responsible for speech, communication, as well as interaction, sociability, all those things. And Jupiter, you know, he is Buddhiman. He gives the knowledge and he is the minister. He is Deva Guru. I'll tell you why I told Deva Guru. So in the Vaastu also we have. Then Friday is Shukracharya. He is Danava Guru or Asura Guru. He is called. He is Rajashik and he derives pleasures. And then we have Rahu Ketu. They are karmic planets. So they are the soldiers and they represent the planet in which they are sign in which they are positioned. But they are karmic planets. They influence the other planets with their movement. So these are basically about the astrology and how they affect our daily lives. So now come to Vaastu. What is Vaastu? Vaastu Shastra is one of the traditional Hindu scripture on town planning and architecture. Vaastu is a Upaveda, also called as Tapatya Veda. How Vaastu came? Lord Brahma gave this divine science knowledge of Vaastu to our sages. Then, subsequently, the Vaastu is codified in documentation by Varahamihara through Bruhad Samhita and by Muni Manasara through Manasara Silpa Shastra and Maya Mantam by Maya, Vishwakarma Vastu Shastra by Vishwakarma, Samangrana Sutradhara by Rajabhoja. So, and these are the famous books. There are so many books on Vaastu also. Maya Mata is from South India basically, and it is considered to be of Dravidian, having Dravidian influence, whereas Vishwakarma Vastu Shastra is of Aryan origin and it has the roots from North India. So it is from the mostly in North India, the Vishwakarma principles are followed. So who is Vishwakarma? Vishwakarma is Vastu Guru for Devatas. Like, you know, Bruhaspati is Guru for Devas and Sukra is Asura Guru. Likewise, Vishwakarma is Vastu Guru for Devatas and Mayasura is Vastu Guru for Asuras, right? Demons. But very interestingly, you know, the great Ravana's king, capital, Lanka, was built by whom, you know? By Vishwakarma. A Deva Guru, a Deva Vastu Guru built the Danava Rajya capital, that is Sri Lanka. And similarly, Indraprastha, when Dharmaraja has constructed his capital, Indraprastha was built by whom? By Mayasurudu. That is why we have a Mayasabha there, where Duryodhana had to fall down or whatever it is. Everybody knows that story. So, see the similarity or the contrast. What we have, the Asura capital was built by the Sura, and Sura's capital was built by Asura Vastu Guru. So they are not sacrosanct. That is what I am telling, this Aryan or Dravidian and all. They are only for identification purpose and for regional balancing purpose only, not for any other nature, because the nature in north is different and the nature or atmosphere in south is somewhat different. So that is why, so this is the background of Vastu, and Vastu is a science based on direction. Direction means Disha. Direction is based on Disha and paves way to utilize the nature for the benefit of mankind. Vastu Shastra deals with various aspects of designing and architecture of building living environments that are in harmony with the nature, physical and metaphysical forces, energies of the cosmos, such as gravitational, electromagnetic, and supernatural or spiritual forces. So they are for balancing. They are to bring harmony between the Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, and Adhyatmika forces. So Vastu is meant for that. The purpose of Vastu is to create a congenial place to live and work in most scientific way, taking advantage of the benefits of nature. That means, how do we reap the nature's benefit to the humankind, to the maximum benefit of the humankind? So that is the fundamental objective of Vastu. So people say that Vastu is similar to Feng Shui, which tries to harmonize the flow of energy through the house. So this is what they say. So maybe Vastu would have traveled to China in the name of Feng Shui. So I am not competent to comment on that. So, and then we have seen the astrology, Jyotish, and we have seen the Vastu. So there is some contrast between both of these Vedas or both of these Vidyas. So what is that contrast? Vastu talks of Griha, house, where you live. And astrology talks of Graha, planets, Griha, Graha. Then Vastu talks of Sthiti, position, placement. Whereas astrology talks of the Paristhiti, present, past, future situations. So Vastu talks of present, Vartamanam. You have constructed the house now. What will be its effect on you? So it talks of Vartamanam, present. Whereas astrology talks of Purvajanma first. Houses 5 and 9 relates to Purvajanma. So how your Purvajanma has come. So then Vastu talks of physical, Bhautikam, physical elements and their impact on individual human being, how they can be synchronized, how an imbalance can be brought between the physical elements in your body and physical elements outside. And then, whereas the astrology talks of periods, that is Dasha, Mahardasha, Antardasha, Stoladasha, Sushmadasha, all those things. And then Vastu talks of Purushartha, free will. It's a free will, no? If you want, you can construct house in the fashion you desire. Nobody stops you because it is your free will. How do you construct? It is your own sweet will. Where do you construct? It is your own permutations and combinations. But astrology talks of the fate, prarabdha karma, destiny, how a free will can, to a certain extent, modify the fate or prarabdha karma to our advantage. So then Vastu is an experiment. Yes, it is an experiment. You construct one room and some Vastu Pandit and come say, no, this is bad. Remove from room from this here, put somewhere else. So you have destroyed it. So it's an experiment for you. Every time experiment. Every day it's a new method, testing. Whereas astrology depends on yogas, that is planetary combinations. Yoga means what? If two grahas conjoined in a particular rasi, that forms a yoga. For example, Mercury and Sun are conjoined in one sign, it gives us the Buddha Aditya Yoga. Like that. There are lunar yogas are there, solar yogas are there. So astrology talks of yoga, whereas Vastu talks of prayoga. So this is how a contrast has been made. This is I have taken from Vastu Chintamani by Navneet Kaushik. So he made a beautiful contrast. So I wanted to share with my friends. And then what is Vastu? We have been discussing Vas. The Sanskrit word Vas means decide. And as I told you, Vastu operates on 3 different levels: physical, mental, and spiritual level. So why Vastu is required? Vastu is required to performing the 4 Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kamya, Moksha. That is sitting in your house. You do your duty. That is Dharma. And you earn money or earn the comforts. Artha. Kamya. You fulfill your desires. Kamya. Moksha. Ultimately, you attain the moksha by following the Sanatana Dharma or Vedantic path. So, Vastu is required for that. And then there are 3 types of Vastu. What are those three types? Charavastu, Sthiravastu, Nityavastu. I'll talk about this figure subsequently. So, Vastu types. So, first is fixed or Sthiravastu. Fixed Vastu is a normal permanent position of a Vastu Purushos with its head with northeast and feet in southwest of the plot. If you take a particular plot of a square type, the Vastu's normal position, Vastu Purusha, he is called Vastu Purusha. Vastu Purusha's normal position, head towards the northeast and feet towards southwest of the plot. That is how. So this is the, I don't know whether I can, you are able to see it. So this is the head towards northeast. So this is the north, this is the east, this is the south, this is the west, and feet towards southwest. A structure which is constructed for longer durations, like a residence or temple or a city, falls under Sthiravastu. If you construct a house, a temple or a city, it falls under Sthiravastu. So what is Charavastu, Mobile Vastu? Mobile Vastu is for maintaining for a seasonal nature for a particular period. For example, some religious event is happening, or some circus feat is happening, or some sports event is happening. So the deras, pandals, tents are put in such a fashion, it suits that particular seasonal condition. Daily or Nitya Vastu. So daily or Nitya Vastu is for our daily life. How do we create our activity center? How do we perform our activity right from morning to evening? Basing on those, this Nitya Vastu. They based on this daily or Nitya Vastu. So why it is called is head of Vastu Purusha completes one circle in a day. You know, like what we say in Jatak, sun moves one gadi for 24 hours, 30 degrees in a day. So similarly, Vastu Purusha completes one circle in a day. In fact, Vastu Purusha, our sun never move. We are on the earth. We stand on the earth and look to the sky and we feel that the sun is moving. So that same effect. So similarly, all planetary motions are also similarly like that. Even, of course, the earth moves on its own as well as it takes a circle around the sun. So likewise, Vastu Purusha completes one circle a day, that is from east to west and west to north. So north to south. So like that. So activities performed during the day need to follow Nitya Vastu. We will just see what are those activities, how they can be better placed in a given area. So this is the Vastu Purusha. So you might be seeing that head is towards northeast side, head towards northeast side, and hands down below, above the elbow and under the chest. It is almost half of a plot. This is the size of a plot I am talking, a circular plot, or a square plot or a rectangular plot. So, and then the plot is indicated by north, east, south, west. I think you can see. And then the Vastu Purusha's legs, folded legs touching the thighs, they are towards the southwest direction. And then this is how the Vastu Purusha is placed. And then each direction is represented by one Lord, one deity. So there are 10 dishas, 10 directions. What are they? North, east, south, west. 4 sides, and then 4 corners: northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. And then Bhumi down below, Patala, Akasa top. So there are 10 dishas, 10 directions. 10 directions are ruled by 10 gods. North by Kubera, east by Isanya, that is Lord Maheshwara, and then northeast, and east by Indra and Sun, and then southeast by Agni, and south by Yama, southwest by Nairuti is a demon, This is ruled by Asura, and then west is by Varuna, that is water, and then northwest by Vayu. So these are this simple. Everybody knows this. We all of us know. But how it is placed in a plot, that is what I am trying to explain. So then how this Vaastu Purusha has emanated. There is an interesting story. I will take 2 minutes to complete this story. Vaastu Purusha is a demon. When Andhakasura demon was there, he is creating a lot of problems. So then all the avatars went and requested Lord Maheshwara to see an end to Andhakasura. Then Lord Shiva killed the Andhakasura. While he is killing the Andhakasura, a sweat from his forehead fallen down, and again another demon has emerged. Then that demon has requested Lord Shiva, Swami, you allow me to eat whatever I found on the earth, wherever I found on the earth. So Shiva said, okay, if you don't disturb anybody, no problem. But in the process, he fell down on the earth flat. The moment he fell down on the earth, 45 deities sat on his body and did not allow to get up. So this is how the Vaastu Purusha has evolved. There is another side of the story is that Andhakasura means darkness or ignorance, right? So Andhakasura was killed by whom? By Shiva. Shiva is nothing but Aditya or sun, and the sweat or the sun rays which fallen on the ground to remove that darkness of Andhakasura, and the powers and energies that received from the sun rays are the 45 deities. So we will see those who are those 45 deities also. I will try to give a snapshot picture. So Vaastu Purusha is visualized as lying with his back upside and head towards northeast corner. Elbows are bent and point towards northwest and southeast direction. His knees touches the elbow. His feet and sole conjoin towards southwest corner. Navel part coincides with the center point of the plot. Nabhisthana, navel point is called Nabhisthana or Brahmasthana. So these are the 5 sensitive points. What are the 5 sensitive points? Head, breasts, navel, and then the hands. So these are the sensitive points of the Vaastu Purusha, and we should take it consideration these Vaastu Purusha sensitive points, because if those points are disturbed, we will get disturbed. That is the nature. So Lord Brahma proclaims that construction on earth is successful when Vaastu Purusha is worshipped by taking care of weak and sensitive organs with load-bearing constructions. So wherever those organs are there, no load-bearing. That area should be left light. So that is the meaning of it. Okay. Then, so now I am coming. What are those 6 marmasthanas? 6 marmasthanas are sensitive points: head, face, heart, navel area, both breasts. So erection of any type of or construction of any type here brings the result. What is the result? Type. If there is a door or pillar on any one of these sensitive points, then bad luck to the head of the family. If there is a door at the center of the plot, death-like a situation. So door should not be at the center. The entire north area or east area should be divided into 9 portions. I mean, Leela Prasad sir will tell you more because he is the better authority on that to tell. So how the door is fixed, he will tell. But it cannot be on the center. And then door at the center brings a death-like situation to the family members. Pillar, if there is a pillar in between or any of the marmasthanas, it is destruction for the head of the family, destruction in all aspects, health, wealth, prosperity, all. And if there is a beam on a pillar, again, harms to females in the family. Beam itself is wrong. Again, pillar on the beam means it is the female members would suffer. Windows results in loss of wealth. So in these 6 marmasthanas, so this is one, and these are the one, this is the one, this is the one. So these are the 6 marmasthanas. So Bhojaraja in his Samarangana Sutradhara has made a mention that if a plot is divided into 64 padas, that Vaastu is applied for city or king's camp or a fort. If it is divided into 81 squares, it is called 81 Padavastu and applied for residence or a palace. If it is 100 Pada, is applied for temples and devalayas. So normally for our human beings residential purpose, as per Bhojaraja, 81 Padavastu is followed everywhere. So how do we get 81 Padas? 81 Padas we get if a divide the square by 10 by 10. 10 lines horizontal, 10 lines vertically. If you draw, you will get the 81 squares. So this is how the 81 squares. On these 81 squares, in each square, one god is there, or two squares are represented by one god. So total 32 deities are inner squares and 13 are outer squares. So total 45 deities are there. To be talked about more precisely, Brahma occupied 9 squares. Prithvidhar has 3 squares. Vivaswan, Aryaman, Mitra, these are all out of 12 Adityas, you know. Dvadasa Adityas, they are called Dvadasa Adityas. They hold some places. Likewise, we have the Asuras also, you know. Asuras also occupied like Mriga and then Shosh, Asur. So Pushpadant, these are the Asuras. Pushpadant is again Sivaganam. He is not Asura. He is a Sivaganam. So Gandharva, Yama, and then Grihastat, Vithada, Savita, Suryaha, Satya, Indra. So these are all the gods. I mean, I'm just reading that squares only. So some squares are occupied by two gods. Some squares, Mitra has occupied 3, Brahma occupied 9. So this is your entire plot of the house. So in that plot, that is how it reflects. So the north, east, south, west. So these are the 4 directions. And when you take the 4 directions, Pitri, you can see at the last point, Pitri represents the Pitru Devatas. Sosh represents the Saro Devata. And then Roga is in the northwest corner. So he represents Roga. If something is there in northwest corner, it may result in Roga. And northeast corner is represented by Sikhi. Sikhi Pincha Mauli. Sikhi means Namali. Namali means peacock. So Sikhi is represented by Sikhi. And besides this, as we have told, the main deities are represented by north, east is Lord Shiva himself, and east is Surya, sun, and then northwest is Agni, sorry, and southeast is Agni, and then south is by Yama, southwest is the Nairuti, and then west is the Saturn, Shani. I'll show you which planets represent which direction. In the next slide, it is there. So likewise, all the deities are represented in a plot. But we were discussing earlier that the Vaastu Purusha rotates. How does he rotate? So between 3 and 6 a.m. he is in northeast direction. 6 to 9 a.m. he moves to east. 9 to 12 he moves to southeast direction. 12 to 3 he moves to south. 3 to 6 p.m. he moves to southwest. 6 to 9 p.m. west. And then 9 to 12 a.m. Northwest. And 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. in the early morning he moves to north. So wherever Vaastu Purusha moves or sun rotates in that direction, these are the benefits. So 3 to 6 a.m. it is advantage for meditation and yoga. because at that point of time, the sun's ultraviolet rays passes through. Whereas if you do this meditation and yoga between 12 and 3 p.m., infrared rays, sun is on the south side, and infrared rays passes on to you, which are very harmful, and we will get skin diseases also. So that is why we should do meditation, yoga or prarthana in the early morning. After that, 6 to 9 a.m. your Dainandika, daily dinacharyas. Then 9 to 12 we should prepare food. So food, where do you prepare? In the southeast corner, because sun is at that point of time and gives you good heat for cooking the food. So that is why the kitchen is put in southeast. So I'll discuss what activity center, where this should be kept. In the next slide it is there. So these are the directions what we have discussed. So what is that? North, the Maheshwara, Lord Parameshwara is on all sides, pervasive. So Ishana Sarva Vijnanam, Isara Sarva Bhutanam, Brahma Adipati, Brahmano Adipati, Brahma Sivo Me, Astu Sada Sivo. That is at the northeast. And in north side, Tatpurushaya Vidmaye Mahadevaya Dhimahi, Tanno Rudra Prachodayat. Then east side, Sajjo Jatam Prapajyami Sajjo Jatai Vai Namo Namaha, Bhave Bhave Nadi Bhave Bhavsmam Bhavod Bhavaya Namaha, Vamadevaya Namo, Jyeshthaya Namo, Shreshthaya Namaha, Kalaya Namo, Kalvikranaya Namo, Balaya Namo, Balavikranaya Namo, Balapramadhanaya Namo, Sarva Bhuta Damanaya Namo, Manonmanaya Namaha. That is on south side, Kalaya Namaha. South means Kala, Kala means Yama. So, and then west, Aghorebhyo, Aghorebhyo, Ghora Ghora Tarebhyaha, Sarvebhyo, Sarva Sarvebhyo, Namaste, Rudra Rupebhyaha. So south again, Saturn. Saturn is nothing but Rudra. So that is how these directions, these attributes of Shiva Panchakshari or Shiva Stotram is attributed. So in this table, you can see that north side is Earth and it is Mercury. East side is northeast is Jupiter and is ruled by Ketu and Jupiter, because Jupiter is a very light planet and Ketu both are light planets, so they are balanced here on northeast side. East is water and represented by sun. Southeast is Venus, where Agni, Agniya Namaha, Agneya Digbhagam. This is called Agneya Digbhagam, where hot. So, and then south is 5. Southwest, because Ketu is on northeast, automatically on the opposite to him is the Rahu. So, southwest side Rahu has come. So, and then Saturn on west side. And then Moon is on northwest side. So, these are the deities that rule a particular plot. Why this is put like this? The north, this when we divide it into 4 directions, this is, first one is called wet direction, second is hot, third is dry, fourth is cold zone. So basing on that, your activity center also should be located. So what are the importance of the planets in the Vaastu? Mars being in the south, he controls physical body with desires and hopes. Saturn prevails over the senses through karmas. Moon northwest rules our manaha, mind. Mercury north gives intellect and buddhi. Sun east is Atma, soul, Tanbhava, being king of planetary planet, because sun rises in the east and sun takes the entire Pranakoti, entire Jivakoti. So these are the Vaastu directions which we have discussed already. So, and then Vaastu basing on planets. We have seen that if we divide this plot in 2 divisions, you can see from the map, we get positive zone where all positive planets are there. Moon is a positive planet, Jupiter is a planetive planet, Sun is a positive planet, Venus is a negative planet. So all the positive vibrations will be here on this side of a plot, on this side of area. On the other hand, the second side is negative zone. In negative zone, you find all malefic planets like Mars, Rahu, Saturn, and Moon. So they give the malefic results. So this gives you uh, the negative energy or negative impact of a plot. So the movement of sun, how the movement of sun takes, it is from east to south direction, and then after afternoon, it moves from west to north. This is how it completes the direction. So that is why we have discussed. First 3 hours we get benefic energy. Next 3 hours we get more energy. Next 3 hours is scorching heat at mid afternoon, and the next 3 hours it is dull, and then next 3 hours at evening time, at night time it is cool and comfortable. So this is how the energy is dissipated. So basing on the considerations which we have seen now, how the plot shapes should be. We were discussing earlier whether it is rectangular or square or perpendicular. How? Gomukhi plot is a very good plot. We don't get. It gives all comforts and vehicle. The plot looks like a Gomukh, like the face of a cow. And another plot is Simhamukhi. It looks like a lion's face, and it is for business purpose. It can be used. It gives the talented sons. Gomukhi is for residence purpose. So these are the normally this type of plots we won't get anywhere in any layout. And then we may have seen the most advantage plot is square, very auspicious, rectangular, auspicious. And then if other plots are not considered good, otherwise you have to make modifications. If you modify one side, it gets extended to other side. And again, extension and contraction also, as per Vaastu, is not at all good in some situations. So rhombus, it gives losses and disputes. Triangular plot, it results in loss of children. And then circular plot, yes, circular plot is good, but if you can construct a circular building in that, it is good. Circular plot can be used. That is why this, Delhi Parliament House is a circular plot. So Parliament House is constructed in a circular plot. So, and then oval plot gives financial losses. I said square, very auspicious, and rectangle, auspicious. Octogen is the 8 sides, it gives a natural balance, but octogen plots are very difficult to get. Hexagon is also auspicious. It is very difficult to get hexagon plots. So these are some of the plot shapes. I'm just giving you. Leela Prasad Garu will tell us the much detail, and he is expert on this. So what I said is only a tip of the iceberg. And then Vaastu roadside, somebody is asking whether I should have a north side facing or east side facing and all. So if 4 sides road, excellent, most auspicious, nothing like that. Only one, your plot is there, all 4 sides road is there. It will never happen. Okay. But it is most auspicious. If it is 3 sides, north, east, west, and some considerations are given, it gives wealth, and then north, east, south, it's okay. East, south, west, not good. South, west, north, okay. If door is on north side. So 2 sides plot, east and north, very good. West and south, not bad. So like that. So all these sides are given. Anyhow, this PPT I will be sharing with you in the audio video. It will be in our YouTube channel of VSS. You can go through it. And then single road, if it is single road, east and south are very good. South not good, west average. But here I disagree in the sense, even south side plots, what will happen if everybody goes to north side plot? What about south side plots? Who are the takers for south side plots? So that is why I'll come, that another slide is there, I'll come to that. So depending on stellar also we can decide, stars also we can decide so which side plot is good for whom. And then this is where activity center should be placed. So Vastu side, as per Vastu, why an activity center should be only in particular side? Why not in the other side? So now you can see the map. I think I have written here. Northeast side is your worship place. So northeast, you can keep your puja room and all. And east northeast side, you can locate children's bedroom. Because in northeast side, Ameya, Amrutam is there. You know, when this Samudra Manthan was done, Pala Samudram, Samudra Manthan was done by Asuras and Suras. 14 Ratnas have came out. All these 14 Ratnas are superimposed in a particular plot. So, what are those 14 Ratnas? Ameya, Airavatam, Shankha, then Kamadhenu, and then Dhanus, and then Kalpataru, and then Varuni, and then Vish, and then Chandra, Rambha, Kaustubha, Mani. So these are 14 Ratnas that have come from Samudra Manthan, you know. So each Ratnas have their own importance in our location also. So northeast side, Ameya will be there, Amruta, Ameya, Amruta is there. So northeast is for devotion, for Nana Vairagya Siddhyartham, northeast side should be located. So Gnana Amrutam, Prolavalanana, we should be at northeast side always. Then children's bedroom is on east northeast side, it can be located. Then children's and elders, elder people can be on east side, their bedroom can be on the east side. And then because east side Lakshmi is there, Sri is another Ratna, Lakshmi is another Ratna. And then southeast side can be kitchen, and southeast side you can put the oils, ghee storage and all those things. And then master bedroom is on the south side. Normally, these are the normal parameters. Nowadays, everybody prefers a bedroom on the southwest corner. On the southwest corner, you will have this. You can have the toilets and all, and then on the west corner you can put your Dhanyagaram, Aidagaram, that is where weapons are kept in olden days. And then in the for young couple, because Rambha is there on northwest side. So for young couple, the bedroom should be on northwest side. And then like that, your even treasury, money is there on north side. So treasury, the god Kubera is on north side. So treasury should be on the north side. So this is how the activity centers should be located in a house to the extent possible. And then these are the general principles which I have told. I'm not going into minute details because, as I told, I'm not the subject expert on this. I've only tried to relate the planets and the Jyotisha with this. So this is how Dhanyagaram on northwest side, puja room northeast, bathroom east side, and then all these things I have written. Bedroom south, and then finished goods south side, dining room west it should be, kitchen southeast, arms southwest, and then valuables treasury north side. So like this, your activity center should be located. So then coming to the, as I told, which direction is better for whom? This is based on the Tara Balam, that is the star's strength. Aswani Makha Mula, which is ruled by Ketu. The first choice is west. Yes, the stars having Aswini, Makhamula, Kushami, Anuradha, Uttarabhadra, Ardra, Swati, Satabisham, they can locate on west side. Why I tell you, please see, we have discussed now clearly the area chart. And now on west side, who is there? Who are the gods? Saturn is there, Rahu is there. So west direction is first choice, you can go. Those who are having those connected nakshatras, Saturn nakshatras of Pushami, Anuradha, Uttarabhadra, they can jolly well take a west facing plot as first choice, or second choice is south, north, and for them, east not at all is good. Everybody go for east. No. If somebody is having Pushmi nakshatra, don't go to east. So like this. And then Bharani, Pubba, Purvashadha, Venus and Mars, they are on south side again, you know, where Mars is on south, and Venus is also on south side. So south plot is preferred. Who are they? Bharani, Pubba, Purvashadha, Dhanishta, Mrugasira, Chitta, Kritika, Uttara, Uttarashadha, Punarvasu, Visakha, Purvabhadra. So for them, the east side plots, and Rohini, Asta, Shravanam, Ashlesha, Jyeshta, Revati are north side plots. See, north, Mercury is on north, Moon is on north side. So north plot is preferred for them. And for Punarvasu, Jupiter is on east side. So for them, east plot is preferred. Sun is also on east side. So for them, east plot is preferred. So for this also, you can choose and select the plots. It doesn't mean that all should take only east side plots or all should take only west side plots. So to sum up, Vaastu works on physical, adhibautika level, and astrology talks of spiritual or adhyatmika level. A person suffering from worldly affairs mostly has bad dasha. That is what, as per astrology, we say. Not only that, where he lives, if that house is having Vaastu dosha, he will suffer from worldly affairs. Vaastu dosha means what? If it is not according to Vaastu, or followed at least the basic fundamental principles of Vaastu Purusha, this will happen. So, but dasha plays upper hand to Vaastu, because dasha, if you say Guru dasha, it is for 20 years, Saturn 19 years, and then Shukra some, and then so every planet has its own dasha, and if that planet is a malefic planet, during that dasha, you will definitely get into troubles. So if dasha is negative, and then there is no and even if though there is a perfect Vaastu, you cannot control the negative results. But good Vaastu can definitely help to reduce the bad effects of dosha, as Vaastu affects slowly, and it acts as a remedy and support the horoscope. So if you are living in a good house, if you are living a Vaastu compliant house, if you have your God on northeast side, if you have your dining room on west side, so naturally every day you will be doing the daily activity as per the daily activity schedule of the sun, movement of sun, or movement of Vaastu Purusha. Then though that dasha is bad for you, because of your Vaastu compliance, to certain extent the ill effects of dasha can be reduced or minimized. So hence, but however, Vaastu cannot change the fate of a person unless a promise is shown in the horoscope by the ruling planets and the PAC. If a particular person's native chart is not cooperative, and if no good results are promised by a particular planet in that native chart, then Vaastu will also not be able to help. So that is why, at least to our, because as we discussed earlier, Vaastu is in our hands. Vaastu, we can, it is of Vaastu is of free will. So with our free will, we can try to minimize the losses that may occur to our life events, right? Hence, placement of active centers should be located to the extent possible as per Sun planetary Panchabhuta movement. This is what I am trying to end. So, Om Astoma Satmaya, Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityurma Amritangamaya, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Oh Lord, take me from unreality to reality. Take me away from darkness to light. Make me immortal from mortality. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks all.
Okay,
Excellent lecture, sir. Very nice of you. It's a very good combination of Vaastu and astrology. To my knowledge, whatever little knowledge I got, I found it to be very excellent and expert lecture and a very good study on both the aspects.
Thank you, sir.
Except one small doubt I got is that moon in astrology talks about astrology talks about the moon is on southeast side, right?
Yes, sir. Moon is on southeast side. But
Whereas
here,
that's-
as per Vaastu, because moon we show him on the northwest side, sir. Because sun is on the east, so that is why we take him to
So
north.
what is the effect of that is to be properly, I hope it needs
Effect of
more
is that is-
explanation,
Yes,
more
sir.
study is required on that.
Yeah, more study is required. The effect of that is basically for giving coolness, because sun comes in the evening to the north west direction in the evening out of the Kala Gamanam of 24 hours, because sun will be there only. We will not be able to see the sun. So at that point of time, from northern hemisphere to southern hemisphere, the sun travels. That is why Vaastu is different for Indians, it is different, and for Westerners, it is different. So that is how the moon is, as far as our day Dainandika Karikramalu are concerned, day routine is concerned, we place as per Vaastu on the northwest side. And that is why, as I said, we prefer moon is Manah Karaka for a new married couple, and Ramba is there. The 14th, out of 14 Ratnas, Ramba is there located at that point. The bedroom for couple should be there on the north-west side. That is how we feel. And sometimes even we feel that our elders' bedroom also can be located not towards northwest. It is in between north to northwest. It can be located for elders. Aushadhi, even for medicine room and all, it can be located there. So that is how I learned. Anyhow, sir, it's a good.
Very good, sir. Thank you very much. Very nice of you. Good lecture. Thank you very much. Nice, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay, anybody wants to ask any questions? You may, Krishnamurthy garu.
It's a very nice lecture, Andy. Very glad, and I have learned something from you today, and how this Vaastu is playing a role in particularly astrology. And really, I mean, I'm learning it, and I am not propelling myself excellent in it, but I know a little about astrology, but relating to Vaastu, today I have learned from you a lot, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, Babu Garu, can I see the chat box and answer some of the questions if it is possible?
Okay, let us see chat box.
So not many. Only 1 or 2 questions are there. So is Vaastu apply to apartments in cities? Yes, sir. Vaastu applies everywhere. Even the builders, contractors, developers are very much Vaastu compliant nowadays. In the given area, you should follow these rules. That bedroom, some side, kitchen, some side. If you follow, that is enough. You need not have for a south-facing For south facing house, you need not have main entrance towards south. Sorry, you need not have main entrance towards east. The entrance can be on south side only. But when you enter the house, you follow the Vaastu principles. That is what I feel. So I don't know, Leela Prasad Garu will be able to tell us more particularly.
Some experts are there in here also.
Yeah, I know.
They can react. They can react.
Yeah, definitely you can react, sir. Definitely, I'll be happy to correct myself and try to enlighten myself, please. So if I am wrong, please correct me. So and sir, as I say, south facing house plot can be selected. It doesn't mean that no, south facing can be discarded. It's not like that. Yeah, so is it society Vaastu or whole building Vaastu? We have to say your particular apartment Vaastu. That is what I feel. Your flat Vaastu. Forget about whole building, whole community, or whole society or colony. Take care of your particular area. In that area where you reside, it is Vaastu compliant or not. Another question is, do Vaastu sir,
do Vaastu application change for different places in the world, like US and India?
Yes, sir. I have told now, Prabhakar Rao sir, Mahodaya sir, when was talking, I told that see this northern hemisphere, we live in northern hemisphere, and for the people towards southern hemisphere, the Vaastu is different, sir.
Okay. You have shown puja place at Ishanyam. Is it also possible to have it at Indrasthanam?
Indrasthanam, yes, it is nearer to east only. Na? Indra, where he is in the map, I have told that. So Indra is on east side. Sun and Indra are at same place. So those two deities rule that place. Na? So you can have no problem. But to the extent possible, why northeast is Ketu. Ketu gives you moksham. Guru, Brahaspati gives you gnanam. So that is why northeast side is preferred. If it is not possible, then you can, it's not an issue. But don't go for Agneya Mula or Nairitya Mula.
Actually, sir, if north and east, if we have two doors that side, and to put.
Sir, see, corner is Brahmasthana. Northeast corner, as we have discussed, it is one of the sensitive points. You should not have a door on extreme northeast side. Okay, so you can have north. That means, as I said, we have to divide the entire area into 9 portions. 4 portions you leave, and 5th portion you should put a wall either on north side or on east side. If 4 entrances are there on 4 sides, it is nothing like that. It is well taken. Why? What for this is required? This is required for proper ventilation. In the morning, the ultra violet rays comes. So for that only. So you can have doors. There is no problem. North you can have a door. East you can have a door. West you can have a door. South you can have a door. No problem. But at least 2 doors are required. Sir?
Right.
Okay.
Ishanya Mula, where we put Devalayam or Mandir.
Yeah.
Usually it is put in center nowadays because there is no place in completely northeast.
Sir, I say center is the Nabhisthana. Nabhisthana of Vaastu Purusha. So will you meddle with his naval part?
It is not exactly middle, just between south.
It should be nearer to north or
and
northeast, sir. It should be nearer to north or northeast.
Okay.
If you take the entire plot, divide it into that 81 Padavasti, you divide.
Right.
So 81 Padas you divide. So take the nearest Padas for construction of a puja room.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
సిబి రావు గారు.
సార్ నమస్కారం అండి.
నమస్కారం అండి.
ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ ఒక ఇల్లు కట్టామనుకోండి, నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ కార్నర్ లో ఉంది హౌస్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్. దానికి నార్త్ సైడ్ లో, నార్త్ వెస్ట్ సైడ్ లో వీధి సోల ఉంది అనుకోండి, దాని ఎఫెక్ట్ ఉంటుందా ఉండదండి?
సారీ కమ్ అగైన్ సార్, నాకు సరిగా.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు ఇల్లు మామూలుగా కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ అయిపోయింది, జస్ట్
అవును, అవును.
అది నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ కార్నర్ హౌస్, అంటే
అవును.
ఈస్ట్ ఫేసింగ్ నార్త్ కూడా రోడ్డు ఉంది అనమాట.
ఓకే,
నార్త్ రోడ్డు ఉంది, ఈస్ట్ రోడ్డు ఉంది.
ఓకే,
అది నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ కార్నర్ ప్లాట్. అది ఆ ప్లాట్ లో కట్టిన ఇల్లుకి బయట అది నార్త్ సైడ్, నార్త్ వెస్ట్ లో వీధి సోల అంటారా?
వీధి సూల. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏమైతుందంటే వీధి సూల్ అన్నది మనము ఈ లేఅవుట్స్ ఎప్పుడో 30-40 years క్రితం డెవలప్ అయిన లేఅవుట్స్ లో అప్పుడు రోడ్డు ఫార్మేషన్ ఉండదు. ఉండకుండా మనం ప్లాట్ తీసుకుంటాం, మనకు నార్త్ ఉంది, ఈస్ట్ ఎంట్రన్స్ ఉందని తీసుకుంటాం. సడన్ గా ఏమవుతుంది, నార్త్ వెస్ట్ సైడ్ ఒక రోడ్డు ఫామ్ అయిపోతుంది. సో అప్పుడు అది అంటే యాక్చువల్గా నార్త్ వెస్ట్ వీధి సూల ఉండకూడదు సార్. నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ ఉండొచ్చు, మనం పెరగచ్చు, నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ పెరగచ్చు.
నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ ఉండకూడదు కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ కార్నర్ హౌస్ కాబట్టి దాని ఎఫెక్ట్ తక్కువ ఉంటుంది కదా అని.
అలా నేను చెప్పలేను సార్, నాకు తెలియదు అంత నాకు జ్ఞానం లేదు. సో ఎవరైనా మన మహోదయులు ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా ఇఫ్ దే కెన్ షేర్ దైర్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఇట్స్ బెటర్. బట్ నార్మల్లీ పీపుల్ సే దట్ నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ సైడ్ సూల వీధి సూల ఈజ్ గుడ్, నార్త్ వెస్ట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ గుడ్.
ఓకే సార్.
ఎందుకంటే ఎప్పుడు 30 ఏళ్ల క్రితం తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు మనం దాని వీధి సూల గురించి మాట్లాడితే అంత ఇది కాదు. ఇట్స్ నాట్
వి కెనాట్ ప్రెడిక్ట్.
యా అప్పుడు తెలియదు కదా. ఇప్పుడు డ్రైనేజ్ కరెక్ట్ గా మనకి ఇంటి ముందు డ్రైనేజ్ వెళ్తుంది, ఏం చేయగలం మనం?
నార్త్ వెస్ట్ లో సీల్ ఉండటం మంచిది కాదు, సోల్ ఉండటం మంచిది కాదు. బట్ నార్త్ వాళ్ళ వీధి సోల ఎందుకు చేస్తారు అనేది కొంచెం ఆలోచిద్దాం. వీధి సోల అనేది ఫర్ మూవ్మెంట్ అవుట్ సైడ్ ఫ్రమ్ యువర్ హౌస్, అండ్ యూ షుడ్ గో టు ద పాజిటివ్ స్థానం, not negative sthanam. That is considered a negative sthanam. So negative sthanam, you should not move out of the house. So in my opinion, if you don't put a door on that side, northwest side, and west side of the north, if you don't put a door, that's okay. And moreover, if you feel something, if you are psychological more effective, you can put some Hanuman or Ganesh Vigraham there, and then see that is affected. But generally, if you don't put a gate that side, it should not affect you much. But it's not good. Having a north sola in northwest is not good, because the movement towards that side out of the house, if you go out, if you got a east side road, better prefer to that way road. Don't go to that way road. He said, as per you are saying northeast corner plot. That means you must be having a road on east side.
As both sides.
And towards going towards north or towards going east. That road must be going. So better use that road to go out instead of using the northwest road. Don't use the northwest road to go out of the house.
Okay, sir. Okay, anyhow, that road is closed for some period. It was operated, but nowadays it is closed.
If it is closed, no problem at all. You don't need to worry. You don't need to worry at all.
I want to inquire, sir.
No. Anybody need not worry if that is closed. If that is closed, no worry. And for your psychological satisfaction, you could put a Vigraham there and then in the wall. That will do.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thanks, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody else want to ask any questions? High-tech Harty and your high-tech Harty.
Yes, sir. I have one question. My name is Srinivas.
Sir, I have joined late, but one thing I have to share with everybody, that one of my relative, he constructed in the second floor, he constructed one Latin in the northeast. And after that, his son became seriously ill. And when the thing came to me, I immediately suggested him, please remove this Latin from this and being one homo in your house. And after 6 months, he done that, and everything became normal after that. And I have experienced the northeast. Thank you, sir.
What is your good name, sir?
My good name is Bhagavan Das. But
Please leave
It
your
is
number.
shown as a high-tech horti in my logo because I was serving in horticulture department and I joined late. That is why I could not put my name in that.
Please leave your number there.
My number is 94371
Please leave in chat.
2081. Sir, I am resident of Odisha.
Yeah, please write
I
in
was
chat.
serving in Odisha government as the deputy director of horticulture.
Very good. Welcome. Swagatam to our Veda Samskruti. Please leave your number, place, and the designation there. So name, so that we will include you in our group.
Chat box.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, please put in chat box.
Yes, sir. I will give you in chat.
Okay, next, somebody wants to talk.
Raghunathan ji, would
my
you like
name
to
is-
react?
Sumalata.
Yeah, my name is Srinivas. Actually.
Srinivas garu cheppandi. Srinivas.
So sorry. Vastu is meant for the flow of the Shakti, right? Shakti, power. So like mainly like if it like, can you explain that why like my kitchen is on the south side, so will the Shakti will affect the flow of Shakti?
Sir, Vaastu means
will
Vaas.
affect-
Vaas is place of residence, place where you reside. So the Vastu pertains to the place where you reside only. In that area, you decide Vastu. Whether it is a Vastu compliant.
And
fine.
actually, it is said that while cooking the sun, this rays should fall on the food which we cook.
Yeah.
But if the light falls, is it enough? Or else,
No, it is not falling the rays on the cooked food, but when the day increases, the ultraviolet becomes ultra red rays and gives us the heat and energy, which is required for getting the tastiness of food and all. Nowadays, we have electric cookers and gas and all. So that heat is not required for cooking nowadays. But earlier days, yes, what you said is true. Because that is why the kitchen, when it is on the north, on the southeast side, then at the time 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, the olden days they used to eat only at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. The ladies used to start cooking at 11 o'clock. అపరాహ్నం దాటితే కానీ వైదిక కార్యక్రమాలు మొదలయ్యేవి కావు. సో అపరాహ్నం నుంచి 2-3 అవర్స్ అయితే కానీ అంటే 12 నుంచి 2 వరకు వాళ్ళు భోజనాలు చేసేవాళ్ళు కాదు. సో అనే 11 ఎండ the sun used to come in full shape. So that is required for them. That energy is required for them to cook the food. So that might be the purpose for locating the kitchen on the northeast and southeast side. Okay.
Uma Sundari garu.
నేను ఒక గైనకాలజిస్ట్ మహోదయ. నిజంగా నాకు ఈ ఆస్ట్రాలజీ గురించి వాస్తు గురించి ఏమీ తెలియదు. ఈ రోజు మీ స్పీచ్ తో చాలా తెలుసుకున్నాను. చాలా చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు మహోదయ.
ఏం లేదమ్మా, నాకు తెలిసింది షేర్ చేసుకున్నాను. యాక్చువల్గా ఐఎమ్ మోర్ ఇంటూ జ్యోతిష్ అస్ట్రాలజీ, పామిస్ట్రీ అండ్ ఆల్, బట్ ఐఎమ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు కంపేర్ అండ్ కాంట్రాస్ట్ ది అదర్ వేదాంగాస్ అండ్ వేద విద్యాస్ ఆల్సో రిలేటెడ్.
చాలా బాగా చెప్పారు మహోదయ, చాలా బాగా చెప్పారు.
థ్యాంక్స్ అమ్మా, నమస్కారం.
చాలా చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు.
Okay, anybody else?
Yeah, I'm Subramanyam Renduchintala. A small question, sir.
Namaskaram.
Namaste. Recently, I was just listening to YouTube. One of our philosophers, of late philosopher, who was trying to explain the palmistry and all. దాంట్లో ఆయన చెప్పడం, ఈ చేతుల మీద గీతలతో జ్యోతిష్యం చెప్పేస్తారట, ఫ్యూచర్ ఎట్లా ఉంటుందట, ఇదంతా ఏంటి, మనం కడుపులో పిల్లాడు పిండం ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆ చేతులు ఫామ్ అయిన ఫోల్డ్ అయి ఉంటాయి, దాంతో గీతలు ఫామ్ అవుతాయి, అది ఆ గీతలు బట్టి వాళ్ళ జాతకాలు ఎట్లా చెప్పేస్తారు. సో ఈ వాజ్ గివింగ్ ఆల్ నెగటివ్, totally negative. I can refer the name, but it does not look nice because there are thousands of followers for that preacher who gives. He is not Chaganti Koteshwar. I can absolutely tell her. I was surprised to hear such things from a person like that person. Enduku atla, why he is spreading such news that you should not believe palmistry?
అది మన సనాతన ధర్మం మీద గౌరవం లేకపోవటమేనండి.
ఇప్పుడు అది కాదండి, ఇది పద్మశ్రీ అండి.
అదే కావచ్చు, ఏదైనా కావచ్చు. అది ఇప్పుడు ఒక స్టేజ్కి వెళ్ళేటప్పటికి మనకు పర్వర్షన్ వస్తుంది. ఆ పర్వర్షన్ వచ్చేటప్పటికి మనము ఆ విహిత లక్షణాలు మనము, అంటే ఎవరైనా హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్ కి సాధ్యం అది, దాన్ని మనం మర్చిపోవడానికి సాధ్యం అవుతుంది.
అంటే let us not discuss that aspect here much.
Okay.
So because he is a renowned person, you cannot just denounce him like one second. Let me speak.
Yes.
His worry was people are getting too much into the Modhanamakam and actually realizing the crux of it. That is the idea of his brigade. I have seen his brigade. I heard his lectures, but don't misunderstand him.
Okay.
His idea of expressing those ideas to the people is, don't go into too much Modhanamakam on those aspects. See the reality of that, to the extent only you should go.
Okay.
Not actually getting into everything into and getting into wrong direction.
ఎందుకంటే ఆయన పావు గంట విన్నానండి ఆయనది యూట్యూబ్ లో, ఆయన చెప్పడం వేల కింద చూస్తారట.
మనం అలా చేయకూడదు, మనం దాన్ని
నాకు అనుకోకూడదు. ఏంటి ఆయన ఎందుకు అట్లా అన్నారు, ఏమన్నా
అది to denounce, to counter some of the Modhanamakas. That's all.
Okay, I can take it as a positive way.
Whatever it is,
opinion ఉండొచ్చేమో కానీ
whatever it is, some vidyas are accepted. Some vidyas are accepted by worldwide, and they should be used for our good only.
For example, ఇప్పుడు present topic లో తీసుకుందామండి శాస్త్రమూర్తి గారు. AC houses అమెరికాలో ఉందనుకోండి, every house is an AC house. Where is the question of kitchen having a heat? Kitchen is also in controlled temperature. The whole house is in a controlled temperature. So where is the question of heat? Sun effect is not much on the house, in the house. That's why when you come out of the USA to come to India, you get affected because we are exposed to the atmosphere freely in India. Whereas in USA, in the houses, you are controlled in the controlled atmosphere, 70 degrees centigrade, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, or 40 degrees, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, your controlled temperature you maintain in the house. So you live in the house, a car, or in the office. Everywhere is a controlled atmosphere, not a variable atmosphere. So that's why when the moment you come to India, you get affected immediately. And so the control, see, the things are, all rules are not exactly same for everything.
Okay.
So we should not go into the Modhanamakas on those things, and we have to see the reality of the Shastram. That is what is worry always.
Okay. Because he's
so
a well-known
in talking some extremities, if he has talked,
sir,
that we should not publicize that and as a negative point of him.
I was surprised only one this thing has created some doubt in me why he has spoken like that. It was a right. If it is a wrong thing, I started here. Please excuse me for. Sorry.
No, let us not link up with his Padmasri or his Sahasravadhanam for all those things. For a small statement of him at some place for targeting something. Let us not denounce his whole knowledge of other things. Okay.
His intention was different. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay. Thanks, Andy.
Yeah. He's a very knowledgeable person. Let us not denounce him so easily because our knowledge is much less than him.
Okay, Prakash garu.
Namaste, sir. Sir, namaste, sir. Really, we are fortunate enough to have your lecture, sir, because it is a very much interesting subject, sir, and everybody wants to know it. And we are very happy to have undergone this, and I mean, underwent this type of experience.
Thank
I'm
you.
very happy, sir, and pranams to you all, sir. మాకు ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన అందరికీ కూడా చాలా 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 కృతజ్ఞతలు సార్. పాదాభివందనాలు సార్ అందరికీ. నమస్తే సార్.
Okay, if there are no other questions, then we will go for Prarthana.
Yeah.
Prarthana చేస్తాం. Okay.
Yeah. सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करभावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति 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 सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कच्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति 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 सत्यं वद धर्मं चर सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु इदं मम नमस्कारः धन्यवादः
Okay, ధన్యవాదములు. Now let us recite national anthem. All of you please stand up and sing along with me. Jana mana adhinayak jaya he Bharat bhagya vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkal Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Udvala Jaladi Taranga तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
जय हिंद जय हिंद जय श्री राम जय श्री राम जय श्री
Thank you everybody for joining.